Well, all right, everybody. Welcome to Dover, Delaware on Rebel Racing Network. This is the Goatlocker Retro Cup Series, and tonight we are hitting the concrete jungle, Dover Downs, Dover International Speedway, Dover Motor Speedway, whatever they're calling it these days, and we're getting ready to go. So let's go ahead and bring up and I'm Eddie Smith and Sam Wetstein. You're in here tonight. What's going on, Sam? Hang on a second. Hold on a second. Let me get you going. All right, there you go. What's going on, Sam? How you doing?
I'm here. Oh, I'm loving being at the Monster Mile and really liking who's at the top of the board right now.
Well, let's get into it as we go ahead and bring up the race info. What are we calling it tonight? We're calling the Delaware 190 laps at Dover Motor Speedway. Yes, that is right. Dover Motor Speedway. Do not correct me. That is what they're calling this series these days. So, or calling this track now. Starting this year, they're calling it Dover Motor Speedway. It was bought out. So, we just go ahead and change it up for them and get back into it. But, yeah, let's go ahead as we got a few minutes left in qualifying. So, let's bring up this right here, and we can kind of see what qualifying looks like so far. Sam, I said Sam.
Yeah, that's going to happen a couple of times tonight, I'll bet.
Zach Westheim is so far on the pole. Ronnie Osmer right there, pretty close. So it's getting spicy up here. I think we're gonna have a good race tonight. Got about 23, 24 drivers at this point. And, boy, we're excited about that because Dover's going to be tough to get around here, Sam. What do you think?
Oh, I think I'm going to keep an eye on turn 2. I think I just put a camera on turn 2. There's so many ways you can mess up there. You're going to have to really be careful and step lightly through turn 2 to get through this race.
Absolutely. No doubt about it. Let's bring up the weather. What's it going to look like tonight? The Speed World race conditions, 65 degrees. Very nice short weather, in my opinion. Short sleeve shirt. Short, a couple beers, a visor, some sunglasses, depending on how many kids you got. 65 degrees, going to be real good. Skies partly cloudy. You see the skies there's only part of the sky is covered with clouds, Sam. Humidity, humidity, 55%. Going to be good. I'm excited. So we're getting the weather out of the way, and we've got about 10 seconds in qualifying. So let's bring up the points and see what the point standings look like as it stands right now. And Ronnie Osmer on the top of the standings by quite a bit, as he's been completely dominant this season. Jared Reed, Matt Telder, Andy Kurtz, and Steve Loving are your top 5. So a lot of guys here, a lot of guys out tonight. So it's going to be interesting to see. But let's go ahead and jump into the grid as we see who's on the pole tonight. Sam Wetstein hangs on to the pole. Ronnie Osmer outside of row number 1. Row number 2, Ryan Pendleton and Brandon Pollock. Row number 3, Kevin Anderson and Steven Gibson. Row number 4, Steve Loving and Andy Kurtz. Row number 5, Keith Taylor and Brandon Wallace. Row number 6, Aaron Sayer and Cindy Taylor. Row number 7, Vernon Reese, William Griffith. Row number 8, George Fernandez and Tyler Rice. Row 9, Michael Morrison, Colton Lanford. That's not Colton Lanford.
It's not.
Starting in row 10, Josh Oswald, Ray Page. Starting 21st, Dave Jones. And starting 22nd, Gene Watkinson.
Main Gene.
And that brings up the end of the field. So 22 drivers in tonight. Really excited about that. I think we're going to have a good show. And I'm excited to see what these drivers can do at Dover.
Dover. Yeah, we're at Dover. We're in Delaware.
Yep.
The home of Joe Biden. I keep an eye on tonight. Ryan Pendleton, Brandon Pollock was fast in practice. And Josh Oswald, he just wants the Hard Charger Award.
Yeah, I think tonight's going to have a little bit different field than what we've had so far this season. This season has been a lot of cautions, big fields. We've had just so many cars on the track that if you got 20 cars in the field, you might have 5 incidents. But you have 40 cars on the field, you multiply it, you might have 10. So, you know, I think last season we had around 20 cars, maybe a little bit less in some races, and I thought that was a sweet spot. So tonight we're going to see how that's going to go as the pace car is getting ready to pull off as we watch Zach Wetstein bring the field out onto the track. And like I said, we have it's like 90 laps, I believe. That's exactly right. 90 laps tonight, one faster pair, two green, white, checkered, unlimited set of tires. So as many tires as you want to put on the car, and I think you're going to be wanting to use them, Sam.
Oh yeah, yeah. This hot concrete, 110 degrees. It's going to eat up those tires going through those turns, and I wouldn't be surprised to see some guys run like a midline and cut down two, just to get a good exit off of two to make sure you don't get a good spin out or hit that wall there.
Yep, no doubt about that. I think you are absolutely right. Well, here we go, getting ready to go green. Pace car is about to head down pit road as Zach Wetstein, Ronnie Osmer. Going to be a little competition for Ronnie tonight. I think Zach is pretty much fast in anything he drives. So let's see if he's got anything for Ronnie, who has been just dominant in these cars, just unreal. Green flag is out. Both cars get a decent start. Zach Wetstein with just a little bit of an advantage to go down in turn one. Let's see who can hold on to it. Ronnie Osmer drives hard down in there, trying to get that top side, not let Zach come off the corner to the wall, and that's exactly what happens. And so Ronnie's got a nice little position here. Going to be fighting hard and using a lot of tire trying to work that top side. But so far, a side-by-side battle for the lead on lap one. Still there on his quarter. Zach just not able to use the track up. You see Steven Gibson back there getting into the wall. And Ronnie Osmer with a nose out in front going down the corner. These guys side-by-side for the lead for 2 laps so far.
He is really wheeling that race car because that outside line is dangerous coming off of those turn exits.
Yeah, these two really fighting it out. Ronnie is just not willing as Zach gets a little bit loose there, and that's going to give Ronnie the run down the front straightaway, and he has cleared him, jumps down in front of him, so Ronnie Osmer takes his normal spot up front. But you know, while that's going on, these guys are fighting real hard. You got Ryan Pendleton back here looking to try to move his way forward and catch these two drivers here.
I think Ryan might have been laying back a little bit, letting those two battle it out just in case. And caution.
Oh, yeah, caution is out. George Fernandez looks like he goes around. He is up against the outside wall. And we'll go back and see as we have our first caution on lap 4. Let's go back and see what happened.
Yeah, it looks like he might have had a little help.
Yep. Michael Morrison just gets in a little bit hot and gets that, just barely clips that left rear there and goes around. He was showing there, just wasn't quite there, and I think I don't think George was expecting that late little lunge there.
And we're already going for tires.
Oh, yeah. Ain't no doubt about it. You're going to have some people that are going to stay out after only 4 laps. Brandon Pollock, William Griffith are going to stay out. So is Tyler Rice and Colton Lanford. But, yeah, you're right. I don't think anybody's pulling any punches about how important tires are going to be. As I mean, you got unlimited, you know, and there's only 20 cars in the field. How bad can it really be, you know?
Go in, get them, use them up. I don't want to spend too much time bragging about my boy, so I don't want to curse him. I do believe this is the first race that I've broadcast where he's actually been racing.
Well, hey, that's exciting. I'm glad to be a part of that, man.
Yeah.
Well, I hope that we
call that win.
Yeah, for sure. As we see the race off pit road, some different tire strategies going on. As you know, Ronnie Osmer comes in and takes 2 tires instead of the 4 that everybody else took. So just trying to maintain that track position. And then some, you know, he's going to have some guys to fight through if he wants to get back to the front. So right now, Brandon Pollock in that Baby Ruth. You recognize that Baby Ruth car?
Oh, yeah. Isn't that the what Jeff Gordon started out in?
That's right. In the Busch Series, he drove that Baby Ruth car for 1 season, I believe. It was a Ford, though. That's weird.
Yeah, it was.
But, yeah.
Luckily, he came to his senses and jumped over to Chevy.
Yeah, well, That's the way. That's the way it goes when you ain't got a choice. You know, you're still young and you're just trying to take whatever you can get. You have to take a Ford sometimes.
Well, yeah,
you know.
sometimes. And then Rick Hendrick comes calling with that briefcase full of money, and you're like, yeah, I'll drive. What do you want me to drive? Go kart? Let's go.
Yeah, Rick Hendrick brought a briefcase full of money, and the story goes that Jeff Gordon brought a briefcase with a Game Boy in it. So, both of them had their priorities straight for sure. But
I actually met him by accident.
Who's
Thought
that?
I was going Jeff Gordon.
Oh, really?
At the very first Brickyard, I had hospitality passes and thought I was in the Budweiser tent. Thought I was going to meet Bill Elliott. Was disappointed to find out it was Jeff Gordon. I'm like, who's this guy? And he goes out and wins the race, and I became a fan.
Maybe you accidentally got to the wrong tent because you had already been to the Budweiser tent and you didn't remember that. So I don't know. Maybe that's what happened.
Maybe. But I was there for the first Brickyard. That was pretty cool.
All right. Well, lap 6 of 90, already under our first caution, but some good races so far. We saw Ronnie Osmer and Zach Wetstein battling it out for the lead. But early caution, guys coming in, it felt like the new was off those tires. Got unlimited tires. They come in, get a new set. Ronnie Osmer takes 2. Maybe try to loosen that car up a little bit. And then the top 4 here, Brandon Pollock, William Griffith, Tyler Rice, and Colton Lanford stayed out on old tires, which is always a little nervous. You just don't know. You don't know what these guys have. Are they going to be up to speed? That type of stuff. You just never know whenever pit strategies come out like this. But all 4 of those drivers are good drivers. I would imagine they'll be able to hold their own just fine.
Turn 1 will tell the tale.
That's right.
They're not very old tires. Ronnie Osmer on 2 tires. Everybody else back there on 4. I'm going to hold my breath probably going into turn 1.
Well, there is still a long way to go, not even to lap 10 just yet, so maybe these guys will hold off and just be a little patient. Yeah. You think that's going to happen, Sam? I don't know.
I think some of them will. Some of them will look at the long game. Those guys on older tires, and I'm sitting on new tires. I'm going to get them eventually.
Well, pace car pulls off. Brandon Pollock going to lead us down, going to have control of this restart as Barney gets the green flag out, and green flag's out. Second restart of the night.
That jump is going to help him a lot. He got a really good jump.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Let's go watch this battle back here as we see Ronnie Osmer after going in pit road trying to make up a little bit of time, and it is, man, these guys all over the place. You can see those cars, they come up down the back straightaway, how bumpy it is. You see them just bobbing. It's like they're on a, Ronnie Osmer going to get a little bit loose under Tyler Rice, but Tyler Rice is going to get up out of the groove. That's going to allow Ronnie to get up there as he is having no issue finding his way up towards the front. He goes on the outside of William Griffith. Let's see. And he gets, yeah. Wow, what a save there. Zach Wetstein being aggressive. That's like I said, this is really aggressive early on. But they are definitely making some moves. You can definitely see the tire difference there. As William Griffith, Zach Wetstein get together. And we are under caution again as William Griffith goes down. Loses a tire there.
That's what I love about these cars. Tires come flying off.
I'm telling you. Let's go back and watch that from, we were kind of watching it, but let's see. We can see exactly what happened. Oh, we're already a little bit past it. Let's go back here as Zach Wetstein on those new tires coming up through the field. Number 12 on old tires.
I just don't think he saw him down there.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think Griff maybe thought he had gotten off a little bit and was going to try to defend that position, but Zach was definitely there, and they get together, and it's just that's all she wrote. So,
one thing I found that when I did a little test run earlier is that when you come off that corner and you're coming down the straightaway, the car likes to walk a little to the left, and plus you're trying to stick it off the wall too. That doesn't help. So that might have been a case of that happening, that just the car walking left on him.
Yeah, that's a really good point, actually. Getting, as we see, they're all coming down pit lane. They are not willing to take any chances of having old tires. As everybody, even the guys who just pitted, coming back down pit road. But yeah, I think you're absolutely right. I think the tendency coming off too, especially on the high side with somebody under you, the tendency is to put a lot of wheel into it, and as you come off of that banking, it's a pretty abrupt level off there, and I think when you come off that banking, the tendency is to kind of slide left because you got so much wheel into it. So I think you're absolutely right.
Yeah, yeah. I had the right thing, but I went about it the wrong direction, I think. I do that a lot.
I think it was fine. Well,
oh, thank you very much.
We got Brandon Pollock coming out, winning the battle off pit road. As 2 tires seems to be the call for everybody so far. Ryan Pendleton staying for 4 tires. Keith Keen-Taylor exits the pits with 2 tires. So we got 2 tire strategies. Steve Loving, the first driver off pit road with 4 tires. So George Fernandez in that 42 taking 2 tires. So the 2 tire thing is something that's kind of piped up here, Sam, in the last 3-4 races where these setups are really tight.
Yeah.
And what they found is you get 2 tires, 2 right side tires, and it kind of frees the car. But we saw that from Ronnie Osmer.
Yeah. It was definitely free.
Yeah, he was super loose off that top side, able to hang on to it. That's another thing, Sam, about these cars. I don't know if you know this, but these are some of the easiest cars to save. You get that car cocked sideways, you can actually save it pretty well. So definitely it could be worth the risk if you can handle it.
Yeah, because my natural instinct, I don't know about anybody else, is kind of to go to the brakes when you get out of control. And seeing these cars don't have much in the way of brakes, make it a little easier to help you to save the car. I wonder if Zach learned anything from Osmer running that outside line, because he's going to have an opportunity to do that to Ronnie now.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think he's going to see maybe the potential of it. It's a little scary early on, I think Zach has got plenty of speed. It's always one of those things you want to know what the car can do, but running that outside line is a risk. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know how much risk you're willing to take. Ronnie was willing to take that risk early on, so maybe Zach is too. But if it were me, I'm jumping down behind him. I'm going to get down that bottom groove. I'm going to ride and try to be there at the end. But,
I think maybe you give it a lap or two. I think Ronnie was about ready to give it up when Zach got loose.
Maybe, yeah. Well, and Ronnie's hard to run down and catch and pass. So it could be a scenario where Zach needs to get ahead of him now. And so he definitely could. But Ronnie going to have the control of the restart. And he's probably going to get out to a pretty decent jump. So,
yeah, I forget about that sometimes after that. That green flag, you can get a good jump on the outside in second place. But when you come to these restarts and the leader has it, it's really hard to get a good jump with him.
Yeah, absolutely.
At least on the first couple. If he does the same thing every time, then eventually you can figure it out.
I just remembered, Sam, and I got that screen up for you. I see you. You want to pop that in there. I'm going to turn you up just a little bit, make sure everybody can hear you. I want to hear that smooth,
it went away.
Wetstein voice.
It went away.
I'm working on it. I got you.
Okay. Now you get the inner workings of the Rebels Racing Network.
Absolutely. All right. Well, pace car pulls off. We're getting ready to go back green. Ronnie Osmer, Zach Westheim. Feels like we just had this at the start of the race. Couple cautions so far, lap 14 and 90. The green flag is out as Ronnie gets a good jump. Gets kind of scooting down the bottom there when he gets on the gas. That's going to open the door for Keith Keen-Taylor here for second place on Zach. But Zach working that high side, like you said, is kind of taking notes there. And it's going to be able to clear him and set sights on Ronnie Osmer. Let's go back here to this mess, though. I don't know if you can see this, Sam, but it's a little scary. Stephen Gibson way out of the groove there, making that high line work, but Colton Lanford going to try to get a run on the inside. Very scary part of turn 2.
Ooh, a lot of guys just edging that wall. I'm not sure if there was contact or not, but you couldn't have put a piece of paper between the car and the wall.
Yeah, got a lot of guys, man, flirting with 3 wide. I don't know, man. 3 wide at Dover, man, I can't imagine doing that.
No.
I cannot imagine. We watch this battle here between Vernon Reese, Kevin Anderson. Haven't seen Kevin Anderson in a while. Glad to see him back on the track as he is trying to run down. Vernon Reese got Josh Oswald right behind him. What happened to Brandon Pollock? You know, I don't know. He went down pit road and for some reason came out in the back. So not sure what happened to him.
Well, everybody's kind of got stretched out here. Looks like we're going to get some racing in.
Man, I cannot wait. So Ronnie Osmer setting the fastest lap times right now, but that time by Zach Wetstein just a little bit faster. Tell you what, let's since we got a little bit of green flag, let's turn the volume up, man. Let's enjoy these cars.
Oh,
as we
yeah.
watch these.
Let's rumble. Slider.
Like George Fernandez going down to the inside wall. Green flag is still out. No caution just yet. We'll stay here for just a second.
I love that camera.
All right, let's get back to the action as we are having some racing. We got a battle right here between Steve Loving, Andy Kurtz, and Ryan Pendleton as George Fernandez slow right here on the apron trying to get back to pit road.
Oh, my God.
The front tire is just gone in that Spurs car. Papa Smurf not going to be happy about that. He's for some reason still on the track, trying to just make it back there. He's got a fast repair, I'm sure, in his back pocket, I would think. But let's see if he's able to make it back to pit road. Luckily, he's still got that right front.
That's taking a left turn to the extreme right there.
Yeah. Hey, the camber may be a little bit off on that one, I think.
Just a little.
The toe. Oh, he's going to lose that tire. That tire's hanging on by the thread, man. It's like them old F1 tires that are basically toe strapped in. But he makes it into pit road, and the tire goes out right there.
There you go.
There it goes. Well, all right. Well, let's go back to the race as we watch Zach Wetstein try to track down Ronnie Osmer. As these two are putting on a clinic out front, have a huge gap to third place. Keith Keen Taylor doing a little pit strategy, has found his way up into third position. But lap 23 of 90, and man, we've already got some green flag action. And pretty nice little race. You see both of them get loose off the corner. I don't know if you saw that, but these guys.
Yeah, I saw that.
These guys are getting with it.
I could tell you from a little inside information here. Zach's not unhappy to run second right now. He wants to get a good green flag run in to see what the car will do, to see what adjustments, see if he can take another 2 tires or 4 tires going to be the call. You know, which line to run. You know, are his tires overwearing? Is he overdriving the corner? He loves that first good green flag run to figure out what the car is going to do later.
Yeah, we're watching his onboard right now, and you can definitely see where he's gaining. As you see, Ronnie Osmer gets super loose. So that's going to be a big gain right there as he gets right to the back bumper of Ronnie there. Let's look from the back end as Zach is tracking him down. We've got a battle for the lead starting to brew as Zach gets right up to the back bumper. And I'm sorry, everybody else on the track. You know, this is a battle for the lead. We're going to watch it out a little bit as they come around the corner. Zach is there. He is on the hunt, trying to find a way around nose to tail here as Zach is putting on a show. And you see Ronnie just really, really trying to make those 2 tires work.
Yeah, and Zach's going to put the pressure on him, too. He's going to make him work for that. Make him work for every mile.
Well, I can tell you right now, man, this dang TV camera keeps changing at the worst times. I tell you what, if there's somebody who can handle a car like what Ronnie's dealing with, it's definitely him. He has been really fantastic in these cars, but you just see how loose he is. He's gotten that right rear really, really hot, and it's starting to really hurt him. So Zach's going to have a little run here. He's going to look down to the bottom, gets out of it just a little bit to try to.
Oh, with that loose condition, Osmer's line there is not ideal.
Yeah, he is, man. He is struggling off the corner. You can see that ass end sticking out, but he is holding strong though. He's not giving it up.
It's amazing he hasn't lost that thing yet because he's been dirt tracking off of these corners, I think, every time.
Yeah, this is fantastic. Let's go back here and watch as Andy Kurtz has gotten around Steve Loving and has started to work his way to Keith King Taylor, the 08 versus the 8 here for third place. As Andy Kurtz,
Oh,
I'll tell you, gets a little bit loose there. Ryan Pendleton gonna look to the inside. Andy gonna give him that bottom, try to keep it wound up on the top. As we got a pass for the lead going on right now. Don't want to miss it. Zach Westside was side by side, but the run off the corner, Ronnie was able to get it back. Let's go back to Andy Kurtz.
old Ray Page was moving up through the field. We got another. Oh, we've got a wreck. And he wrecked on the front stretch, no caution. I think we're going to get one for
caution,
this one.
Yeah, caution came out there. That involved Vernon Reese, and I don't know who else it was. Let's go check that out. As Vernon Reese, we see him already spinning.
Was that?
Yeah, looks like
Josh
Colton.
Oswald, maybe?
No, Colton Lamford.
Colt Lampert?
Yeah, Colton just getting in too hot and got the back end of Vernon. Vernon tried the best he could to get it woed up and just backs out. So Colton Lamford sailing it in there. But we got pit road wide open again. These guys definitely going to come down and get tires. I think everybody saw that you can't go without any tires. You may go with two, but
yeah,
you can't stay out.
Will Osmer go 2 tires again? Third time in a row.
I don't know. That's a great question. We'll have to find out. And we'll watch it. Watch him and Zach. See if we'll see if the right side and the left sides go up. See the right going up now. Billy Bob with that jack getting it up, and looks like left sides are going on as well, as he is still sitting there. So yeah, we're getting 4 tires this time. That's probably the right call, Sam.
Yeah, I think maybe they were clinching a little bit on them 2 tires.
It's a great battle, though. It's maybe a tale of things to come. As we got a 3-way battle coming out of pit road between Keith King Taylor, Ryan Pendleton, and Brandon Pollock.
That's about the only place on the track you can get away with 3 wide.
Yeah. Yep. No doubt about that.
I think we had some guys stay out. Maybe the lap cars.
Yeah, Ray Page stays out, but it looks like he goes down pit road. So,
Maybe Ray trying to get that bonus point. I don't think he ever did.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what he's trying to do.
Might have missed pit road. I've done that before. Trying to click off my left side tires. I'm only taking rights, and oh, wait a minute, I missed pit road. I guess I'm taking 4 now.
Yeah. Well, your leader is Ronnie Osmer. You see Aaron Sayer there and George Fernandez on the tail end of the lead lap. Going to get a wave around here as we come back around. But so far, Sam, I mean, we've had some cautions, 3 cautions kind of sprinkled in there, but the racing itself has been pretty good so far.
Yes, it has. I think we've seen some patience here. I think all of our cautions have been racing incidents. Get a little loose here and maybe a little hot into the corner. I mean, that's an honest mistake. I haven't seen anything real aggressive. I'm kind of happy these guys are out here to race tonight.
Yes, sir. Well, as far as pit strategy this time, Bob, Brandon Pollock, who was at the back, don't really know how he got back there, but takes 2 tires this time, and he is the only one on 2 tires. So we've seen that be a good call. 2 tire definitely works. Just have to be careful how loose it gets. It can get pretty scary. So getting the 1 to green, getting ready to go back green. Colton Lamford gets a EOL.
I'm not sure what happened with Tyler Rice. I'm showing that he was in the pits for 0 seconds. So I don't know if he ran through pit road or what, but it shows him pitting, but no time.
Yeah, I show 23 seconds on the pit time, so I don't know what.
Okay, he might have. That's my timing and scoring screwing up.
Yeah, so he comes out. He's running 8th. He's actually our biggest mover so far, as Started 16th
Yeah.
and up to 8th place, so he's doing a great job.
Keith King Taylor out of 9th up to 4th.
Yep.
That's an awesome deal. I'm excited about this restart. Everybody kind of on even tires here. I think this will be fun.
Pace car is off. Ronnie Osmer retains the lead, but I tell you what, Zach Wetstein is here to race, and so Ronnie is definitely feeling the pressure this race, and I think he's probably excited about it. I think he's excited to get in here and race. Of course, we've seen some really good finishes. Pocono, I mean, 3 wide there. He was involved. Jared Reed ultimately getting the win there, but man, I tell you what, he's been a joy to watch race this season. As see Ryan Pendleton underneath Keith King Taylor, and this is for 3rd place. And I'll tell you who I got my eye on, Sam, and I'm a big fan of Andy Kurtz, and Ryan gets that tail a little loose going into the corner as Keith King not willing to just give it up. He is racing hard on that outside, but Andy Kurtz he's going to be there at the end. If he doesn't get caught up in some random incident, Andy Kurtz is extremely, extremely fast here, so I expect to see him at the front at the end of this race. If he can ever get through the field, his qualifying effort, qualified 8th, I think that's if he could have got a little bit closer, I think he'd be battling with those guys up front.
This side-by-side battle's getting interesting.
Yes, it is. As Keith King not willing to just give it up. He's like, I'm going to race this out as he finally has to give way to Ryan Pendleton. Those tires are going to be screaming right now as he's looking to the inside. Ryan gets a good run off the corner, and they go single file. So 3rd place, Ryan Pendleton, as Keith King Taylor is trying to get it back. He's going to go down to the inside, not going to let Ryan get that inside track off the corner. Pretty interesting move there, but Ryan gets a huge run, and now Andy Kurtz is all over the back bumper of Keith. I'll tell you what, let's go on board. Let's go to the nose of Andy Kurtz, see what this battle looks like.
It's going to be a path.
Yeah, he looked down. Yeah, he looked in there and said, "Hey, I just want you to know I'm here." Did the old Days of Thunder. Hey.
How you doing? Yeah, it looks like these guys are settling in. I think maybe.
Keith King Taylor gets into the wall here, and that's going to allow. Sorry, didn't mean to cut you off there.
No.
But he's going to get under Keith King. So maybe my pick for the race. I haven't decided just yet. Andrew Kurtz.
Well, you know who my pick is.
Yeah. I think you'd be in trouble if you picked anybody else. So.
I wouldn't want to pick anybody else, but.
Yeah, Keith King Taylor now get in trouble. Has slapped the wall a couple times, so you have to be careful with that. You don't want to end up like Fernandez with your tire going down down pit road. Josh Oswald now pulling a slider here on Steve Loving. Moves up the track. Loving had moved up a few spots, but has dropped back since. So don't know if he's saving what's going on, but Josh Oswald now our biggest mover in that beautiful Pontiac number 17, headed towards the front, up 13 spots where he started.
Yeah, he doesn't qualify on purpose so he can get that hard charger award. He is fast. He'll be up here battling in the top 5. Well, he's 6, so he ain't far off of it.
He's not far. Let's go back here. Steven Gibson now working on the number 27 Miller Genuine Draft machine of Steve Loving. As they come off the corner, you start to see some guys really starting to push off that corner. Off of turn 2, but he is looking on the inside, trying to take another spot from Steve. I know Steve's probably getting a little nervous, wondering, where am I going? I'm going backwards. Everybody else going forward. That's a bad feeling.
Yes, it is. But as much wheel as you're putting in this through the corners, to me, it sounds like it doesn't take long to wear off them right side tires.
Got a battle here for 9th as Cindy Taylor trying to look on the inside, unfortunately, blinking a little bit. So, you have to be careful with that. And blinking a lot. Yeah, that's tough. And Ray Page, obviously just trying to avoid that, as you just don't know where Cindy is on the track. So, race control, keep an eye on that as Cindy's blinking hard. But here we go back here to Kevin Anderson, Brandon Pollock. Brandon Pollock has hit the wall quite a few times. I don't know if he's trying to bend in that right fender to get a little bit more aerodynamics. What do you think, Sam?
Yeah, I think any advantage you can get, smack the wall a little bit, get you around this track faster. I don't think it works that way. It never has worked for me, but.
Oh, Kevin Anderson going to dive it down in the corner. Yeah, I don't think that's how you need to do it here, Sam.
No.
I just don't think that kind of move is going to work, as Brandon Pollock does a great job of breaking out of that that situation. But, yeah, you really can't make moves into the corner here. It just does not work. And Kevin Anderson trying to, as Ray Page gets a little bit loose and it saves it, able to come back on the track right in front of William Griffith. But give that spot to Kevin Anderson. Yeah, I think trying to drive down deep into the corner, outbrake somebody, is just not going to work here. You're going to have to get the run off the corner.
Yeah, you got to get it on the run off. That happened to Ray earlier, and that's what we were talking about coming up off that corner and that elevation change. You got your wheel hard left, and then all of a sudden you're going straight, and it makes that car go left.
Yeah,
that's what happened there.
Well, Ray Page still running in that 41 Big Frig machine. He's got a little bit of pressure here from that Pank 12 machine of William Griffith. William is a lap down, so William trying to get that lap back and get himself back on the lead lap. Needs a caution to do it most likely, or just drop through the field. I don't know which one's more likely.
Engage the bulldozer blade and get going.
That's right. As you see, he gets a little bit loose off the corner, so they are definitely wheeling these cars. Let's check back up at the front as we got a battle brewing here as Zach Westside has moved that Superflow number 3 machine up to the back end. And damn it, quit changing on me. As soon as I put it on something I want to watch a battle, I'm going to delete that camera. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go in there and I'm going to delete that stupid camera because it changes to it every time I want to watch a battle. So
anytime you want to peer in on the driver, just have a graphic of a driver. Ooh, Ronnie Osmer loose off that turn.
Yeah, he definitely was. So, we haven't seen Ronnie have a whole lot of competition. Of course, there's been a lot of caution, so he's never been able to really get away. But when he does, man, he is gone. But right now, as we go on board with Ronnie, we start to see a little bit of, if we pull up I don't like to pull up the track map because they didn't have them in 1987, but you see there's some lap traffic there starting to run up on the number 20 of, probably if I did car number 42 of George Fernandez. So they're running up on some lap traffic here, but Zach Westside all over the back end of Ronnie Osmer.
I think Zach settled in for the long run here. He's going to keep pressure on Ronnie. He's going to let Ronnie go through this lap traffic and follow him through and let Ronnie wear his stuff out and be there at the end. Anything I can say positive about what Zach's doing. There he is again.
A damn camera. I'm going to delete it.
Camera.
I'm going to delete it. If we ever go to commercial, that'll be the first thing I do, go in there and delete that one sequence out of this camera because it keeps doing it. We'll go to a little spotter camera the way we can watch this action. Well, let's go back through the field. Let's find us some battles. Got Andy Kurtz reeling in and Ryan Pendleton. As you see, Andy Kurtz really getting to the back bumper here. Ryan getting a little bit better drive off, but Ryan Pendleton in the 23 Veterans machine, Veterans 48, man, he's really, really good at dirt. He's really good at tracks that you have to really slide around and get wild with it. And so it's no surprise that he's good here at Delaware. Actually ran in the 24 Hours Daytona on a team with him. And, probably one of the better drivers in our group, was able to keep the car clean. And
we have a wreck on the front stretch.
Uh-oh. Who is it?
No caution yet. Looks like Ray Page.
Oh, Ray Page goes around. And caution does come out as he spins. Oh, almost spins back up on the track. Trying to put all the horsepower down. Let's go back and see what happened.
Yeah, me and Ryan Pendleton have a little history of a league last season. We tied for first place in the championship, and he beat me on wins.
Oh, Ray Page just gets completely loose right off of turn 4, spins it down into the front stretch, and glad that a caution came out because it's going to be tough to get that thing back straight And so caution does come. Oh, my goodness. Very scary. And he said he
Yeah.
cocked it to the left. He's like, oh, shit. He was like, oh, no. But not too much damage. I think he'll be okay. But pit road, Sam, going to be wide open here as all these guys are going to come down and get 4 tires. What you think? 2 tires, you going to try it?
Yeah, somebody's going to.
Somebody going to?
We had a pretty decent run there, but I think maybe we see the top 2 take 2 tires.
Woo, that's going to be interesting. We'll see.
No, I'm looking up here, 36 to go. That's going to be 4 tires. The next pit stop will be 2.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think if we get less than 20 laps to go, I think that those 2 tires will definitely start popping off. But right now, I think 4 tires is the only way to go. I think you'll be left behind if you don't. This race is sort of kind of leaning towards green flag racing, and yeah, you don't want to be caught out there with the wrong set of tires.
Oh, Zach's car went up just about the same time as Osmer's. I thought Zach was gonna beat him off pit road that time.
Well, no beating off on pit road. Ronnie Osmer is still the leader, and our top 5 pretty much stays the same. Josh Oswald, I don't remember if he was in the top 5 or not, but he is now, as he has got that STP oil treatment number 17 machine up into the top 5. He is running forward.
Yeah, don't forget that word,
Huh?
Nothing.
Okay. Top 5 right now: Ronnie Osmer, Ryan Pendleton, Andy Kurtz, Josh Oswald, and Keith Keen Taylor. Your top 5. What a great race so far, Sam. You still feel good about your pick?
Oh yeah.
Well, I don't know what's going on here, but for some reason Zach Wetstein.
Yeah.
What's happened?
I don't know.
I don't know what's going on. He's slow on the track. I don't know if did he have a penalty? Did he get caught speeding?
He might have a VR problem. Could be a speeding. He looks like he's going back for an EOL.
I didn't see an EOL tossed up there, so well, not good for Zach Wetstein, who was fighting Ronnie Osmer for the lead, but now is headed to the back. I don't know if he has a speeding penalty or not. As let's see, do we have the one to go? We don't yet. Let's bring Zach up in here and let's see what's going on. How about that?
All right.
Hey Zach, this is Eddie and Sam in the booth. You got me?
Yeah, I got you.
What's going on, man? We see you dropping back a little bit. What's going on?
Nah, I sped. I was just trying to beat Ronnie out of pit road. Well, through pit road to get to my pit stall, and I guess I sped. I mean, I think iRacing's lying, but I discredit that and just make our way through the field now.
Well, all right. Well, we wanted to see what you got and what happened. Thanks for talking to us. We'll let you go. That way you can get back racing.
I appreciate it. I'm gonna try to put on a show.
Hell, I don't know where he was. Let me put him back here. That sounds good. Well, there you go. Zach Wetstein, early challenger to Ronnie Osmer, getting a speeding penalty, trying to, just get that track position. A little mistake. He's definitely got the talent to get back up there, and he's got the time, but definitely going to have a lot of work cut out for him as we get ready to go back green. Ronnie Osmer in first, and Ryan Pendleton in second. So I think this race is still wide open for just about anybody at this point. Don't worry, Sam. He'll get back up here.
I'm back.
Okay. All right. Well, just in time because green flag is out. Ronnie Osmer gets a great jump, and we're going to watch his battle for second. Is Andy Kurtz going to be able to get that inside run, or if Ryan is going to make that outside work for him? You see Josh Oswald really way far up the track. Andy Kurtz trying to get that second position on Ryan Pendleton, but Ryan doing a great job on that outside, but it looks like Andy's going to be able to clear him down into 3 and 4. So is this some bitch, so stupid ass camera? I'll tell you what, I forgot to change it. As move Andy Kurtz, that's my pick right there. going off, sailing off after Ronnie Osmer. Let's see if he's able to run him down as we watch this battle for third place. As Keith King Taylor just really struggling off of 2. You see he kind of backs up this whole line of cars as Steve Loving trying to make his way back into the front on the inside of Josh Oswald here as they come off of 2. Got to be careful, very close there as Josh has to get out of it, and it's going to be under fire from Steven Gibson, but he drives it down into the corner saying, nope, I'm going to hang on to it.
Well, this track could get hot. It's concrete, and you got to be careful going through them corners, especially on the exit of 2, like we talked about earlier.
Yes,
sorry,
sir.
I wasn't paying much attention. If I said something you said, sorry.
Well, look, you know what? Twice is always nice, Sam.
Yes, it is. I'm watching Zach go up through the field at the moment.
Well, I'm watching this battle for first place as Andy Kurtz has really run down Ronnie as he's really putting a whole lot of wheel into it, trying to get this 0-2 machine, as Andy is really showing what he's got now as we're less than 30 laps to go. And this battle is starting to pick up. I don't know if Ronnie is just saving, trying to take it easy, and Andy is just getting too wild with it, or if Andy just wasn't showing what he had early on. But he is there, man. He's getting a great run entry into the corner and able to maintain that all the way off the corner, so he's definitely making up a whole lot of time here. Maybe just a little bit at a time, but still making up time.
Well, I think he's been dirt tracking 2 and 4 all night, so why change now?
Yeah, I mean, if it's been working, I mean, he's up 6 spots, moved from 8th all the way to 2nd, so he's definitely, I mean, he's passed the hardest cars to pass, all but one, and he's looking down the barrel of him right now as we're coming down to take lap 64 of 90, and Ronnie Osmer has been under fire, but he has shown ice-cold veins as he has not let the pressure get to him from Zach Wetstein, so.
And now he's got Andy to deal with, and you can't catch a break, can he?
Well,
you know, Zach gets a speeding penalty. Oh, now, oh, darn, Andy Kurtz.
Yep, here comes that Valvoline Chevy Monte Carlo. So,
speaking of Valvoline, great sponsor of this series.
Hey, did you know that Valvoline was in the first ever motor race in Chicago in the late 1800s?
I hadn't a clue.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
How about that? Well, Andy was able to get up to him, but it started to fall back just a little bit. So I don't know if he kind of cooked those tires a little bit, having to back them back down and have another run at it. But last time by, Ronnie Osmer a couple tenths faster than Andy Kurtz. So Andy really tried to put it on him early, but may have gotten those tires a little bit hot. So let's go in and check on Zach Wetstein, who is inside of Steven Gibson, trying to make his way back through the field after that speeding penalty. And nobody's going to make it easy. You're not going to get it easy. No matter how fast you are, you got to make the passes. Steven Gibson gets in the wall, though, in that 53.
Zach's done pretty good, coming from, I believe, 14th spot. And this battle here for 6th.
Yeah, he might need a little help from a caution. As by the time, if he does get up there, he's going to probably need some tire that he doesn't have. He's going to use it all up here, trying to get back up to the front. As he is, you know, it's taking multiple laps to complete passes. As you just see, if you get side by side, you're just not able to use that whole track. But able to complete that pass and move him up into 6th. He is moving forward. Cindy Taylor trying to join this battle as well.
Yeah, I think that EOL penalty is pretty much guaranteed. If we get a caution from here on out, that Zach's going to go with 2 tires.
That's a pretty good bet. I like that.
Of course, when I say stuff, the opposite happens. So,
well, let's hope we don't have a caution. So far, 22 laps to go. Maybe we'll go all the way to the end here. As we check on somebody we ain't talked about all night, Brandon Wallace, who's having a, we haven't talked much about him, but he looks to be missing a little bit of that hood there. I don't know where it went. I don't know if you
just a little bit.
Yeah, get on the track, see if you can find his hood somewhere. I don't know. He may be missing a part.
See, if he wasn't running that aerial font, he'd have that whole front hood.
That's right. Well, He's even get a little bit loose there as he's trying to track down Vernon Reese, who is a lap down. Not on the same lap. Ooh, gets real close there. As Aaron Sayer also a lap down, so he is in lap traffic, and he is trying to get around them. Man, they are really holding him up. You can definitely see how much faster he is. So he's trying to get around there and find Colton Lamford, who is just in front of that battle. That's his next position. So.
And we have spread out with the top 4 here.
Yeah. Keith Keen-Taylor about a second and a half behind Ryan Pendleton, who is in third, and then he's about a second behind Andy Kurtz, and about a second behind him is, or in front of him is Ronnie Osmer. So you're absolutely right. Kind of an even split between these top drivers.
Yeah, this has the feel of a pretty good green flag run, although Andy Kurtz, I believe, is struggling a little bit here. I think Ryan Pendleton might, as caution comes out.
Yeah, William Griffith looks like he goes around. Yeah, you see him crash down into the apron here. Pace car comes out.
Just sideswipes him.
As he almost comes back on the track in front of George. He's pulling out in front of the leader.
Oh, God.
My goodness. Of course, we're under caution, so you should be able to. It's hard for him to know where to go because guys are going above and below. So able to get through safely. Almost a scary thing is pulls up in front of Ronnie Osmer there. Is that damn camera again?
Woo. And here we go down pit road.
Good grief. Well, let's go back and see if we can see what happened with that caution as we watch from William Griffith's view. Oh, Michael Morrison again. Michael Morrison gets into the back end of the 12. Michael just not had a great night and takes out William Griffith. All right, let's see what. Yeah, we're gonna see what you what you said was gonna happen is gonna happen. Are they gonna take 2 tires? Are they gonna go with 4? It's a tough call here. Ronnie Osmer's right sides are up. They go down. He's definitely taking 4. What's Zach gonna do? Zach takes 2. You're absolutely right, and Zach gonna take the lead. Boy, and there's a couple more 2 tires. Steve Loving, Brandon Pollock. This is gonna get interesting.
Zach taking those 2 tires, a bit of a gamble, but odds increase when other people take 2 tires too. He's really happy not to have Osmer that close that I'm not saying Osmer won't catch up with him, but it's nice to have that little buffer.
Yeah. Well, there's going to be probably about 15 laps to go when we go green, and so the last pit stop was on 73. So it hasn't been that long. Oh, well, that was just now, so that would make a lot of sense. But
yeah,
I think they had maybe about 15, 20 laps
20
on those
laps
tires.
ago.
Yeah, so
20 laps.
We'll see. We'll see. Only they know what their tire work looks like. I think Zach can make it work. It's just going to be whether or not he can keep the back end up under him, as we've seen guys get super loose on those 2 tires. So.
In his position, is the only call he could make.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think he had to get up there, and if he wants to get a win, that's exactly right. I think you're absolutely right. I think what he also could hope for is that 5 laps goes by and we have a caution, and he goes down and gets 4 tires. But even then, though, I think guys are going to take 2 tires, so he may end up being stuck on this strategy for the end of the race.
What are we going to have here? We're going to have about 13 to go. I think we get another caution. Maybe guys tend to stay out and not go down and get tires, or at minimum 2.
Yeah.
But we'll have some guys stay out. We get another caution from here on out. We're going to have some guys staying out.
Well, let's go ahead and take a commercial break. Let's give ourselves a breather, and let's take a commercial break, and we'll be right back.
Oh, hey, there you are! Commander USA here. Hey, it's springtime, a period of rejuvenation. I guarantee that my groovy movies will make you look and feel great. Whoa, well, okay, but my groovy movies are guaranteed to help you make new friends. Wow! Oh, wow! Oh! Groovy movies are even better than living in a cave.
Raise your spirits. Join the commander for his groovy movies. Saturdays.
Oh, all right. And we are back, and man, is it going to get interesting. I cannot wait to see what's going to happen, as there is all kinds of strategies going on. Ronnie Osmer, our points leader, is now sitting in third place, it looks like.
Sitting in fourth.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, that's right. He came out fourth. So, yeah, he's sitting in fourth. And Zach's going to have control of this restart. Three tires. Three tires. Two tires. Look, lad. Hey, look. Let's just watch it go green, damn it. Let me shut up.
Now you're doing a fine job.
Zach gets a great jump there. Yep. And so now Ronnie's going to have Steve Loving and Brandon Pollock to deal with. He's going to clear, and he's going to jump right down to the bottom. Wow, what a move as he clears both of those drivers. It is Zach's worst nightmare as he clears both drivers going into turn one with a monster move there on those two tires. And Zach better get on and get out of here as we're going to watch this battle here for first, as you can already see Zach starting to get a little bit loose as he goes down to defend that bottom, but man, I don't know how he's going to be able to hold this off, as he needed a little bit more time, I think.
Yeah, you need a couple of laps of tires to even out, and Osmer did not give him that opportunity. Excuse me.
Nope. You see Osmer backing off a little bit, trying to get a run down this front straightaway. He's going to get a decent run, but so is Zach. Zach's doing a great job. You see Ryan Pendleton back here going under Brandon Pollock. Brandon Pollock, one of those on two tires. So starting to see the guys on two tires go backward just a little bit. Ryan's going to
right up on the bumper.
Oh, Ryan squeezes Brandon Pollock there. Very, very close. Very scary right there as he is able to clear for fourth place. Let's go back to the lead as Ronnie all over the back end, but Zach is not going to give it up easy. Not with 11 laps to go. You've got to hang it all out, and you got to make him work for it. He did not let you by. You ain't going to let him by, not with 10 laps to go, as we still see these guys side by side.
And caution is out.
Caution is out as we see Brandon Pollock going down on the apron. It looks like he was on that two-tire strategy, and he got taken out. Let's see what happened there. Is Andy Kurtz. Oh, he just gets loose.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he just gets loose off the corner. Those two tires really. I'm surprised that was a caution, but.
Yeah, I think him spinning in the middle of the track's what iRacing brought the caution out for. But he did a great job of. I mean, he's out of control, but he got that car under control to keep it out of the traffic lanes and get anybody else involved in that.
Yeah, I mean, minimal damage. I don't think he hurt the car too bad. Come in and get 4 tires and try to make up as much as you can.
What's going to happen up front?
Yeah, I don't.
Oh, Zach stayed out.
Oh no, everybody comes down. Oh, this is. Well, I tell you what, I think there'll be some guys who stay out though. I think actually this is not going to be too bad of a deal for Zach, as Zach was doing a great job holding him off, holding that outside, and you see already you got 3 drivers who are going to stay out here, and so I think this may be the best case scenario. Because Ronnie, these other drivers are going to take 2 tires. Ronnie Osmer's coming in to get 2. So is Steve Loving. Like, they're not getting 4 tires, not after seeing what Zach can do. So, I'd be surprised if anybody takes 4.
Yeah, the nightmare there as the leader is if you go in, people stay out, and you stay out, and people go in.
Yeah.
Luckily, not everybody went in. Like you said, you got that cushion. Laps are counting down. Zach's just going to have to grip the wheel and ride it out.
Yeah, Andy Kurtz actually picks up a position. Ryan Pendleton really lost out on that deal, so I don't know what happened there. But Andy Kurtz up to 6th place. He's technically 3rd, well, not technically 3rd. You know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You know what, Sam? Why don't you just go ahead and take the next 5 minutes or so? I'm just going to take some time off.
You don't want that. I do color. I do laughing at myself and making wrong predictions, but doing play-by-play is out of my purview.
Well,
It's not my contract.
we have talked enough about Zach and a lot of these guys, but I tell you what, you've got Josh Oswald
Yeah,
in second place. He's
I
last
was
season.
just getting ready to say that. I don't discount Oswald. Gibson's been running good. Colton Lanford's had a decent night. Oswald up to second from 19th. Lanford started 18th up to 4th. These guys have had a decent race tonight. I don't count them out either.
Yeah, Josh Oswald, last season's champion. Definitely, man, he's not flashy. He's not the type of guy that goes up there and, like, see Ronnie Osmer do, slide in between two drivers and pass them before they get to the first turn. You're not going to see that out of Josh Oswald. Just not that style of driving. I don't know who to equate him to, and I don't want to equate him to any driver because he might get offended. But he's just smooth. He takes care of his stuff, and he's there when it counts, and he always is like that. Up 17 spots where he started.
Well, me and Oswald have this running battle of putting each other down, and I hate to say anything nice about him, but he's a good, solid racer. He's a clean racer, but he is fast, and he will get up and race you hard. And I've seen many a side-by-side battle with him and Garrett Kinder last season on your broadcast. So he's not a stranger to being up front, is he?
Nope. He'll never be up front until the very end. Like right now, it's 7 laps to go. We're gonna go green with 6 laps to go, and the 17 is sitting out on the front row.
He's the Kevin Harvick of this series, right?
I don't know. I don't even know who to equate him to. It's just he just hangs out around and then just finds his way up to the front. So, but getting ready to go back green. Zach Wetstein on those old tires is going to stay out. We've got multiple drivers who came in all the way back in 5th place is where the new tires are. So Ronnie Osmer got a lot of work to do. He's no stranger to making things happen. So we're going to see what happens here as we get ready to go back green for, like I said, only 6 laps to go.
What has impressed me about Osmer on restarts like this where people have stayed out is the amount of cars he can pass before turn 1.
Yeah, that last restart was something else. But pace car is off. Zach Westside going to have control of the restart. That's the best thing that could happen to him as Josh Oswald jumps down to the bottom. Ronnie Osmer looking already as Josh Oswald clearing Colton Lanford. Yep, 3 wide. Definitely. Oh, and he has to be careful. Andy Kurtz is on the top side, and Andy Kurtz going to have to check up. Colton Lanford gets really, really tight off that corner. Andy Kurtz, the loser in that deal, as he is stuck behind that 25 machine. See if Colton can get that thing wound up. But here comes Ryan Pendleton under the 25. 25 out of the groove. Got to be careful. Gets out of it. And Ronnie Osmer under the 17, but Zach is sailing off into the distance. Does Ronnie Osmer have enough time? We'll keep an eye on it. Let's watch this battle. Ryan Pendleton moving his way up into 3rd place. Great run, but here comes Andy Kurtz as well. So these guys on these tires are making up some ground, and that 0-2 yellow flag is out. Oh man.
I think that's the best thing that happened for Zach right now because I think Osmer was going to catch him. We're looking at a green-white checker. And it's going to be a very interesting battle, but I think these guys were going to catch him. It's going to be an exciting finish.
Well, we saw him catch him before, Sam, and wasn't able to pass him. So, I don't know. I don't know what the best idea is here is Keith King Taylor just drops down in the corner, and there was a car in front of him, and just clears out Stephen Gibson, which is disappointing. Stephen Gibson having a great run.
Nice fake pit.
Yeah.
Viewers, thank you for watching tonight, and thanks for putting up with me being number 3 car cheerleader.
A little bit of bias in the broadcast booth.
A little bit of bias.
That's okay. Hey, look, there ain't nothing wrong with that. When it's family on the track, I do not disagree with what you decided to do. I tell you what, that restart. Josh Oswald, Colton Lanford just in trouble as those new tires were coming up through there. Andy Kurtz, Ryan Pendleton, I've been really impressed with Ryan. I don't want to sound like a homer because we did Daytona 24-hour race, but I've seen Ryan make some really, really good moves, been really racy, and has put himself in position here with our first green-white checker in third place. I mean, he's going to be able to start right behind Zach, who's going to get a good jump like we know that all leaders always do. So he's going to be able to get a good jump. Is he going to be able to hold Ronnie Osmer off in turn one? You know, that seems like it's going to be tricky with Ronnie being on the outside. But you never know. It takes one little slip, Ronnie getting a little tight off the corner, and we're talking about Ryan Pendleton trying to run down Zach Wetstein.
Ryan Pendleton is good. He's fast. If he can get a good run through 1 and 2, get clear of Osmer, he'll give Zach a good run for his money.
Yeah. And if you're Zach Wetstein, I think your only thing that you can do, you can't worry about anything else. The only thing you can do is make sure you get a good jump and get a good start, and that's the best you can do. You know, you just kind of sail it off in there. Hey, if I'm this is the best I can do. And try to make sure you don't give up the top. We've seen him be able to hold off Ronnie on the top side, so don't mess up and give Ronnie that top side, because I think it'll be over if that happens.
I expect Zach to change up his restart. I think the last 2 restarts he started in the same spot, just entering turn 4. Right after the pace car gets off, he gets right run into the corner, and I think Osmer's been paying attention to that, so I expect Zach to go a little bit later on this one.
Well, lights are still on the pace car, so we're going to at least go around one more time as we look through the field here and kind of just we see William Griffith still 1 lap down, so 15 cars on the lead lap. We saw Keith King Taylor get taken out there. And so not that many cars on the lead lap, but a lot of really, really good drivers having some really good days. So let's see who was involved in that incident. It was Gibson and Keith King Taylor, wasn't it? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And they'd had good runs today. That's unfortunate. Watch out for Cindy Taylor sneaking up into the top 5 here. If Oswald and Lanford have the same kind of restart they had the last time, they're going to have to tiptoe, and they're next to each other.
Yeah, I believe there's going to be wild. It's going to be wild all over the track. But here we go. We've got our first green-white checkered. If we don't get the white flag, we'll do it again, and then that will be it. But right now, all eyes on the 3, the 02, the 23, and the 8 is, you know, it's going to be exciting. I can't wait to see what's going to happen. I have no idea. As Brandon Wallace going down to the apron, not sure what's going on there. But Zach gets a good jump. As soon as the pace car cuts off, I mean, Zach is gone.
Oh, yeah.
And gets a fantastic jump. That's exactly what he needs. His green flag is out, so we watch as Andy Kurtz, Ryan Pendleton, they're going to battle it out for third place as Ronnie Osmer trying to get this thing wound up, and he's got a huge run down the back straightaway as we're coming down to get the white flag. Ronnie looking to that outside. He's going to try to get a good run down the front straightaway. Zach's going to have to be careful as Ronnie gets a great run down the corner. He is there as he is looking down to the inside. White flag is out. One more time around Dover Downs. Is Zach going to be able to hold it off on those old tires? He gets a little bit loose, and Ronnie is able to complete the pass. But here comes he's coming back out. Zach Westside going down to the inside. What's going to happen? Are they going to be able to hold it? Zach drives it down to the corner, going to pull a slider on Ronnie, but Ronnie going to get down on his right rear quarter panel. They come off the track side by side. Andy Kurtz going into the wall. They wreck, and Ryan Pendleton is going to take the win. Oh, my God. Unbelievable. Zach Wetstein, Ronnie Osmer crashed across the start-finish line, and Ryan Pendleton is going to take home the victory. Oh, my God, Zach, I'm going to have to watch that again as he is doing donuts. I got to see that last lap one more time. I'll tell you what, let's do it from the inside of the winner. I'm so excited. I don't know what to do.
They were tight. Zach and Ronnie tight coming off there, and Osmer hit the wall a little bit. and there's just no room, nowhere to go.
Let's watch it. You see Zach kind of he gets a little bit, yeah, just a racing incident, and we'll go back up there and watch it from their point of view as Zach gets a little bit of that apron and starts to push up off the corner, which is pretty normal. And yeah, you're right. Just so little room there. They were both all over each other. Zach, man, what a great comeback move to get that inside track and drive it deep down in 3 and 4. I'm not sure if Ronnie expected. Ronnie actually gets a little bit loose there.
Am I wrong? Maybe a little net code here, right? There.
No, it looks like,
yeah,
if you look at it from the 3's perspective, he gets that apron. I think that's where the push up, I think it would have been fine if not for that. If we watch him get a little bit of this apron right here, boop, and that pushes him up just a little bit. But everything looks good until Ronnie grabs the wall and they both spin, and Ryan Pendleton takes home the victory. I got a big old smile on my face. That was insane.
That was your pick. And Ronnie and Zach finished second and third, spinning backwards.
That was insane. Awesome. My goodness. Well, we better get some interviews in here because I got to talk to these guys. That was unreal. What a fantastic race all around. Been waiting on this race all season, and we finally got it. Fantastic race. Great racing all around. Great driving. Few cautions, but, man, I'll tell you what. They put on a show at the end. Last week had a great finish at Pocono, and, man, here we are. So let's try to get Zach Wetstein in here. I know he's probably not thrilled, but it is what it is. Zach, this is Eddie and Sam in the booth. You got us?
Yeah, I got you.
Well, man, what a great finish. What a great race. Man, tell me about those last laps. I mean, you had a great race, and we saw the drama. We were watching the whole time, up there battling, trying to get ahead of Ronnie, getting the speeding penalty, having to go back, fight your way back up there, taking the strategy to get up there and get the lead and have control. And there at the end, side by side for a whole lap and coming across that, coming to the stripe to get the checker flag, just getting together. Ronnie gets into the outside wall a little bit and clears it all out. But a fantastic race, man. Tell me about those last few laps, what you were trying to do to try to get this victory tonight.
I was just trying to survive. I had older tires on the right sides by a couple laps because he had pit and I didn't. And then my left sides were probably 15 laps older. So I was just trying to survive, and I thought it was over out of 2. I thought he had me, and I was done for, but I think he got tight out of the turn. So I threw it into the bottom in 3, and then we just both stayed in the gas because, I mean, if you're racing out of 4 side by side and you're not staying in the gas to try to win it, you're not trying to win. And well, it's what you're trying to do when you get in the racing business, whether it's sim or real life. You're trying to win. So yeah, we both stayed in the gas, and what happened happened.
Hey, Zach, this is Sam. I think we know each other. Hey, that last pit stop where you stayed out, were you in a no-win situation? Did you think if you went in, you were just going to get a lot of people staying out? Do you think if you'd have went in, everybody might have came with you, and that would have made a bigger difference in the end of this race?
Honestly, I didn't even think about, like, I legit, when we got next to pit road, I wasn't even thinking about pitting. I was thinking about the restart. It kind of caught me off guard when everybody pit, just because, I mean, I know that 2 laps, can take a couple % off your tires, but I mean, we were coming to like 6 to go. So I didn't expect as many people to pit as they did once people started to go down. But I just knew I got up to 5th on that long run after I got the EOL, and I just knew that in 5th, I probably wasn't going to have a chance. I was going to get into the top 3. I had a fast car, but I don't think I had a chance to win. So the only chance at that point, after I screwed myself on pit road, was just to try to take strategy, and ultimately I finished 3rd anyways.
Hey, and thank you for not making me wrong tonight, because I called it when you were in 5th going into the pits. I said he's taking 2. And
well, credit to Oswald, because he said that he wasn't taking 2, and then that brought the idea into my mind about taking 2, and so credit to Josh.
And he ended up taking 2.
So
no, we didn't.
Yeah, no, he took 4. So credit to him for speaking up that he wasn't going to take 2.
Good race.
Well, All right, well, you know the drill. Let's give us those sponsors, those shout-outs, and who you want to thank tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. Goatlocker, Valvoline, Flexible Freight Solutions for sponsoring the series. Y'all for broadcasting. The broadcasts look great, especially for this series. So kudos to you guys. All the admins in the league. Griff for taking over for commissioner a while back and has done a great job since, especially with how much the league's been growing. My Hoosier Motorsports teammates and my parents, especially you, Dad, broadcasting
Yeah.
tonight. So yeah, shout out to my
Oh, yeah.
parents, and
This
that's
might
where
be
I'll
the
cut it off.
first race I broadcast with you in it.
Well, you need to start broadcasting some more races.
Okay. I'll be here every Monday.
Well,
Please try the veal.
thank you for showing up tonight, Zach, because you made this race really exciting and fun to call. Congratulations on third place finish. I know you wanted the win, but y'all put on a show. You made it look exciting. And third place, I tell you what, after that penalty to come back and finish third, still a pretty good, pretty good finish. So congratulations.
Yeah, I'll absolutely take it. Thank you.
Well, all right, let's bring in our points leader, Ronnie Osmer. Ronnie Osmer, this is Eddie and Sam in the booth. You got us.
Yes, I do.
Let me turn you up real quick. Well, Ronnie, man, I tell you what, man, you had. I don't think this race was easy, and you could tell me what it was like from your perspective, because I felt like Zach was giving you a challenge that you may not have seen much outside of like Jared Reed or some other guys, but had a tough race tonight, just trying to hold these guys off, and then you had Andy Kurtz there at one point. But still felt like you was in control of the race, had the strategy. Talk to me about your race, man. How did it go for you, and what it was like trying to deal with the different tire strategies.
The race was pretty fun. The car was just incredibly tight and with the setup, and two tires helped loosen it up. But if you were on two tires for too long, like we were in that one run early in the race, it was bad loose, and it made the cars fun and hard to drive. And I was doing my best every run to save tires, and saving those tires was keeping me up front to hold off Zach's runs and hold off Andy. And it's just unfortunate to lose another race off the last corner 2 weeks in a row.
Hey, Ronnie, this is Sam. Great race from you guys tonight, and you did an awesome job. Seemed like you were hanging that right rear out most of the night. How was it feeling coming through the 2 and 4 there?
Well, I can say it was really only loose off of 4, but it's just when you gotta fight a tight car, you gotta make that right rear a little angry to help balance it out. And I rather have that. I rather be loose than tight. And fortunately, I was tight off of 4 that last corner, and that's what happened.
Yeah.
Well, it was a great race, man.
Yeah, it's a really fantastic race. I mean, you were making some really exciting moves. That next to last restart, I believe it was, where you kind of shot between two cars and passed them before you got into turn one. Just able to have the tire advantage all night, be able to make moves, and then there at the end, you knew Zach wasn't going to give it to you easy, and man, y'all were racing hard. You raced hard early and raced hard at the end, and like you said, just got a little tight off of 4, and I thought you guys were going to be beating and banging to the start-finish line, but Ryan Pendleton able to sneak in there and grab that win. But hey, Ronnie, definitely don't need to hold your head low, because the last 2 weeks of you have been really exciting and definitely deserve the win just as much as anybody else. So congratulations. I think you got plenty more coming your way. Who you want to thank? Any shout-outs?
Shout out to PH Ware, the guys who run this league. Shout out to Ryan for winning, and you guys for broadcasting.
All right, man. Well, we'll see you next week. Great run as always, Ronnie.
Thank you.
Well, let's bring in the man, the
Yeah.
myth, the legend. I'm excited to talk to him. Ryan Pendleton, this is Eddie and Sam in the booth. You got us?
I got you guys. How's it going?
Man, what do you mean? How's it going? It's great, man. We had a fantastic race tonight. We've been waiting on a race like this all season long, and Dover delivered last season and delivered tonight, and it's a credit to you drivers. And man, you were up there all race long, and you were racing hard for in the top five pretty much the whole night, showing a whole lot of speed, racing with Andy Kurtz, all those guys up front, and there at the end, just in the right place at the right time, man. Tell me about your race and how it went for you.
Yeah, that was a ton of fun racing with those guys, especially Andy. I think him and I raced the most, especially there at the end for that third place position. Yeah, just taking tires every time I could. I know some guys had some different strategies, taking two and taking four. I knew Zach was up there. I think he used a little bit older tires than Ronnie, and I was bad. I had my own battle going on with Andy, but once I kind of cleared him, we kind of went back and forth. I knew there was that opportunity for them to get racy at the end, and sure enough, they did. And I'll take it all day, twice on Sundays. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
Hey, Ryan, this is Sam. We're
How you
not
doing, Sam?
strangers. Hey, you're no stranger to winning, but were you settled in there thinking, okay, yeah, third place ain't too bad, and then all of a sudden, what was your thought? What was thoughts going through your head when you saw those two guys beating and banging and starting to slide?
Well, I wanted third. I wasn't setting third. Andy was making it, so I wasn't setting third. But no, I knew if I was up there at the end, at being Dover and watching those guys race hard, that I had an opportunity, and it happened. So couldn't be happier to get this Goatlocker Racing Veterans 48, 23 Ford Thunderbird in victory lane finally. So, but yeah, it was a good race.
Well,
Driving a Ford, Eddie.
God. Well, congratulations, Ryan, man. I can't think of anybody else that I would be happier to see win a race, and I think you deserved it. We were talking about you all night about how, man, you were showing so much speed here. You seem to really take to this car track combo. So, man, whether or not you was up front in the top two all night or not, you still deserve this win because you were there when it counted. So, man, congratulations on the win. Fantastic race. Who you want to thank? Any shout outs, any sponsors?
Yeah, obviously you and Sam putting on this broadcast. This broadcast is awesome. Even when I'm out of town, I watch it just because it's so much fun to watch. Obviously all the guys over at Goatlocker, Veterans 48 who we have on this car, and everyone else who helps out at Goatlocker. But huge shout out to Mom and Dad. I know they're watching tonight. They watch whenever they can, so big shout out to them. Glad I could win.
Well, all right. Well, congratulations, and man, we'll see you next week for you to defend your race win.
Alrighty, I won't be here next week, but maybe the week after.
Unreal. Get out of here.
Yeah.
Unreal. Well, there you go. Winner, a surprise winner, man. Exciting. Hey, this is the race. I'm so happy. This is the race I've been waiting on. Guys put on a good show tonight. As we had a few cautions and stuff, but that's to be expected. But overall, really clean race. A lot of green flag action. What are your thoughts, Sam, as we get ready to close this race out?
I thought we saw some guys being patient tonight. I saw just some racing incidents, a good fun race, a lot of competition, a lot of back and forth, some drama, and the Goatlocker car coming in first place. And Goatlocker is a great sponsor of this broadcast in this series, so that was pretty cool.
Well, all right. Well, let's go through the results, and we'll bring up this little tower to show the top 20. We get the Flexible Freight Solutions logo out of the way for now, but we already know the top three. Josh Oswald comes home fourth place. Colton Lanford Nation rise up. Top five for Colton. Great run tonight. Cindy Taylor finishes sixth. Brandon Wallace, we talked about him being at the end of the lead lap there. Comes home in seventh place with a fantastic finish. Brandon Pollitt recovers, finishes eighth. Steve Loving ninth. Ray Page 10th. Tyler Rice 11th. Kevin Anderson 12th. Keith Keen Taylor finishes 13th. Stephen Gibson finishes 14th. And Andy Kurtz there on the last lap, just trying to get all he can get, running up in the top five all night. Finishes 15th. William Griffith finishes 16th, got stuck a lap down, just could never get it back, it seems. Aaron Sayre finishes 17th. Chris Reese finishes 18th. George Fernandez 19th. Michael Morrison 20th. Gene Watkinson 21st. Brings up the end of the field. So good race by everybody. A lot of fun. as we go through, let's get some awards out of the way, Sam. We were doing so much talking and running our mouths, we forgot to give out some awards. Of
Oh
course,
no.
yeah, we got to make sure we get these in. So obviously, the Chuck Pegleg Pole Award went to Ronnie Osmer. So congratulations to him. He takes home.
Oh, that was Zach.
Huh? Oh, Zach. That's right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Zach.
sorry, my bad. Zach Westside takes. That's why we have you,
Yeah,
Sam.
that's why I'm here.
So Zach Westside takes home the Chuck Pegleg Pole Award. Let's see. The best paint. I'm gonna let you take the best paint. Who you think had the best paint tonight?
Oh, good Lord.
Okay,
I,
I'll
I
take it
think I'll go
from
with Veterans 48. Ryan
Veterans
Pendleton.
48. All right, Ryan Pendleton is going to win the Smil Racing Design best paint of the night. I think a solid runner-up would go to the Ironman scheme that Kevin Anderson had, which I thought looked pretty neat.
Oh yeah.
P&J Hard Luck Award. Man, I feel like there's a lot of guys who had some hard luck tonight.
Was Andy Kurtz won it before? Because I think that him
Yeah.
running up front and being knocked back to 15th, that's pretty hard luck.
Yeah, P&J Hard Luck Award winner Andy Kurtz. I think we're tracking the same. Let's see. The last one is Sapolsky Window Tinting, Mr. Irrelevant. I don't know.
I hate to call anybody irrelevant.
Yeah, I don't like this award. I say it every time. I just don't. I don't like it because I don't know. I don't know who to give it to, and you don't know who's gonna get upset if they get it and all this kind of stuff. But
I guess Mr. Irrelevant would be somebody we didn't talk about all night that came up and had a good finish. We never really discussed Steve Loving tonight. Normally, for Steve, that's a pretty good race because normally we're talking about him getting involved in something not of his doing.
right. Well, all right. Well, hey, look, Steve. If you get upset about this, it wasn't me. It was Sam. All Sam.
Yeah,
This
I
is
did it.
Sam's choice, not mine. Steve Loving, Mr. Irrelevant, Sapolsky Window Tinting. Thank you. Mike Steffen, who's part of that. So there you go. And one thing
Have a hard charger award, or is it just the Josh Oswald award?
I don't have a hard charge award, but if it's going to go out, it's going to definitely go to Josh Oswald. He's
Every week.
Yeah, well, and he does that on purpose. He's kind of like Kai Shapper. Kai's been doing that a lot here.
Yeah.
Starting in the back, running up there trying to get the hard charger award. But we'll go ahead and give that to him, the Ray Cobb Hard Charger Award. So, man, what a great race! I had a lot of fun. This is what I want every week. Some green flag racing, some strategy, a lot of excitement. It's not about the broadcast. I mean, the broadcast is just a secondary thing. We want the racing on the track to be good, and I think tonight that was exactly what we got. And when the racing on the track's good, the broadcast is good. So I tell you what, it was. I had a lot of fun, and can't wait to hit the track next week. And let's go ahead and see where we're going to be next week as we pull up the schedule. And we have finished off basically the halfway point here at Dover tonight, and next week we'll go to Michigan, and I tell you what, that's going to be a blast.
Plenty of room to run, 3-wide racing. Oh, that's going to be fun.
Yep. I totally agree. Then we hit Rockingham right after that, and we are on the home stretch as we hit the fairgrounds, which I am so jealous that I won't be able to race there. Texas, Talladega, those could be scary tracks. North Wilkesboro, Auto Club, man, I tell you what, it's going to be a good rest of the season. So come on out, watch. If you want to race, come on out and be a part of this racing as we get ready to crown a champion. And let's see if we've talked enough that the points have updated from when we started.
Well, I'm happy I jumped out of the car and up here into the broadcast booth because it's a lot of fun to be up here with you and put on a great broadcast. And I love the clarity of the broadcast. When you watch that back, it looks like you're watching a race straight out of 1987.
Yeah, iRacing knows how to make it look good. So far, right now, Ronnie Osmer with a huge lead. Now there will be drop points, and we'll have those ready to be on screen starting next week. That shows kind of we do 2 drop weeks. We don't do playoffs here. We use the Winston Cup point system, and so if you need to miss a race, we don't want you to be punished for having to miss a couple races. And that also, if you make every race, you get a couple bad ones, a couple mulligans. So 2 drop races. So we'll see this point standings kind of shift a little bit. But right now, Ronnie Osmer with a commanding lead as Jared Reed was out tonight. Andy Kurtz, even though he finished 15th, was able to capture that second place. So move him up there in fighting. I mean, he, like I said, one bad race from Ronnie Osmer, and Andy Kurtz is right there on his heels. As it's 175 points for a win. So it looks like
Yeah.
it's a big gap, but it's really not. But then look down here in third place, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. Man, they are right on top of each other. So it is by no means over, and we're gonna have an exciting run to the championship, I believe.
I'm ready for it. That's all I got, I guess.
I'm right there
I'm
with
thinking
you.
ahead to next week to Michigan, and just the thought of how wide that track is and how fast it is. I think we're just going to have a load of fun next Monday night.
Can't wait. Mark it down on your calendars. If you ain't been paying attention, we are opening in practice. It used to be at 9 o'clock, 9:10 with a priority join, but now with the field starting to work their way down, we are opening up at 8:30 Eastern for practice, so a whole hour of practice, so guys can get in here and get some laps in. So practice opens at 8:30 Eastern, and race goes. Qualifying starts at 9:30 Eastern. So. Definitely be aware of those time changes. But definitely thank all our sponsors, Goatlocker, Pat, Jamie. We'll throw out Veterans 48 since they were on the winning car tonight. Want to thank them. Valvoline, Flexible Freight Solutions, all of the sponsors, William Griffith, Jonah Colbert, Garrett Kinder tonight running race control, trying to do what we can to keep this series fun and enjoyable for everybody that shows up every Monday night. So thank them. It's a thankless job. People are gonna sit. You have to give out penalties. People get upset. They don't get paid for it. They get a bunch of BS in their PM. So if you're watching and if you're upset about an EOL, I can promise you, don't reach out to either one of them because reach out to me because we they are doing what we need to do to get this done. And so I definitely want to appreciate them for doing a thankless job and doing a great job of it tonight. So really fun, Sam. Sam, always thank you, man. Always glad to have you in the booth. It's been a blast. This has been the best thing that's happened to the 87 series since the 87 cars, I think.
Well, I'll take that.
Well, all right, guys. Well, we'll see you next week, and we'll see you at Michigan, same time, same place. See you Monday night. Y'all have a good night.